Penny for your thoughts?
What is a penny?
It's money. Like units. The saying means I'd pay to know what you're thinking.
We must use our currency to pay the Nova Corps fine, or we risk...
Drax. Just tell me what's up.
I am realizing that I do not know as much as I thought I did. Our visit to Seknarf 9 was not what I expected.
Because Lady Hellbender isn't a giant?
She is definitely not. That is only part of it, Peter Quill. On our way to her fortress, I realized that many of my assumptions about this team have been incorrect as well.
Really?
The assassin and the rodent. Without them and the tree fighting nobly beside us, we would not be alive right now.
I told you, they're not bad people just because they have a bad past. Life is... complicated, Drax. Things are never simple.
On Katath, it was. I had a family that I cherished and a certainty about life that I no longer possess.
I'm sure you'll find it again. Just give it some time. Anyone in there? Rocket?
What? Can't you see I'm busy?
Is that my toothbrush?
It fits in the small cracks.
Oh, Rocket, please!
Hold it in for a tick. I'm almost done.
Are those Shatari handcuffs?
What? Oh, yeah.
Strange thing to collect. And I collect some pretty weird stuff.
Oh, it's not like that. I found him in the quarantine zone and I just kept him.
Why?
Don't know. As a reminder of who I used to be, how I got here, it's stupid.
Not necessarily. You want to talk about it?
I don't know if you know this, but my dad is kind of the king of Spartax.
I know.
You do? I mean, you do. Of course you do. You're you.
Yeah, and it's not exactly a secret. It's what I would have done, kidnap the progeny of a powerful leader to control them. I mean, Hela knows how long they kept you. Except that it was for the express purpose of keeping the Spartoi Empire from joining the Resistance.
4 years.
What?
4 years. That's how long they had me. 4 Earth years. And a few days.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. For a long time, I thought my dad would come get me. Raise an army, send in spies to break me out, something. But he didn't. Guess it wasn't politically advantageous.
Fathers suck sometimes. Trust me.
At least your dad wanted you. Even after the war, Mai wouldn't see me.
Want is a nice way of saying kidnapped. Make no mistake, Peter. You're not the only one who was stolen from their home. And 2, you went to Spartax?
Even had a speech worked out and everything. Hey, Dad, it's me. Your son you left to rot in a Shatari prison? It was that or punch him. I was undecided. Still am. Getting into the White House would have been easier.
White House?
Basically, my dad loves bureaucratic bullcrap. I thought being his only son would be enough to get me an audience. Turns out I needed an appointment.
The Spartoi Empire was in political shambles after the Galactic War.
He was too busy to see his kid? Yeah, I got the message loud and clear. I lost everything I ever loved because of him, and he wouldn't even look me in the eye.
I'm so sorry, Peter.
Don't be, I just really want to punch him. Ever been to Shatari Prime?
More times than I care to admit.
Then you know what it's like. How they're like. The scritching, scratching, hissing, reptilian stuff of nightmares.
Oh yeah, hard to forget.
I've seen some pretty messed up movies, but nothing came close to what it was like living on Shatari Prime. I was just a kid. I didn't even know aliens were real until they showed up in my backyard. And now?
And now you're surrounded by aliens.
There aren't a lot of humans out here. Sure, there's a few of us kicking around.
Richard Ryder.
Right, that guy. Might as well be an alien. Point is, I'm pretty much alone. All because the Shatari saw me as a valuable asset.
Not just the Shatari. Thanos.
Of course, your dad was pulling the strings. I think I'd almost rather Thanos over those lizards.
I can promise you that Thanos would not have been the better option.
Maybe. I mean, do you know what the Shatari do to their prisoners? The unvaluable ones? They throw them into an arena and make them fight monsters. They take bets, sabotage favorite prisoners by breaking a leg or an arm. All of it for their messed up insect entertainment.
You survived, Peter. Men stronger than Drax have been slaughtered in those arenas. You lived.
Yeah, I survived all right. As a bargaining chip.
Would you have preferred death?
I don't know. Back then, maybe. Now, not so much.
Then be glad you made it out at all. Helen knows I'm glad you did.
Anyway, it doesn't matter now.
Yeah. I guess.
By now, and only a few rotations away from getting that Clark and Nova tracker off.
Bitter much?
Yeah, I am.
Going to nowhere without paying our fine would bring more trouble in the long run.
That's what Nova Corps wants you to think. Hey, Groot! Is the Chew Devil trying to chew on anything down there?
I am Groot.
Good. Keep it that way. Starting to think maybe it's just what it eats, you know?
I am Groot.
Yeah, the QZ would have been an open buffet for something that eats wires.
Rocket, any chance you can check out the fridge while you're at it?
I ain't got time to refill it. I got other priorities right now.
You truly believe the llama creature consumes wiring as its diet?
I don't know, maybe?
Wouldn't be the strangest thing I've heard.
There are numerous Catathian legends about metal-eating beasts, although they usually prefer to consume a warrior's blade, and usually right before an important battle.
Convenient.
Rocket's idea wasn't necessarily bad, but we need to pay off Nova Corps to avoid hassles later. Your ex-girlfriend's waiting.
Rodent, will you have time to repair the broken refrigerator door?
I am Groot.
Oh, nice! You made a cute little pen.
I am Groot.
Yeah, it better stay out of my fur.
You are right to be worried about the broken communications array, Rodent. A potential client might contact us and find our messaging system unavailable.
Our inbox has been dry for cycles, Drax.
Perhaps because some of us shirk our duty to distribute cards of business.
I am Groot.
Yeah, Groot does enough distributing for all of us.
You didn't mean to chew up the comms, did you? Looks sturdy enough. You sure it'll be okay in there?
I am Groot.
No matter what you say, Drax, I still think Seknarf was reasonably successful.
It was not. We were found out and had to run away like cowards.
What? Were you gonna fight a whole fortress?
Wouldn't put it past him.
With the correct strategy, no battle is unwinnable. I wonder what the future has in store for us.
More fighting.
Perhaps next time we should get a contract with no fighting involved.
What would you be good for then?
Dispatching enemies is not my only skill.
Okay then. Drax, name 3 skills you have besides fighting.
He was pretty good at rocket throwing.
It's not funny. I swear, if anybody else tries to throw me, I'll throw them off a cliff.
Nice. Is that one from Seknarf 9? I bet it loves water.
Make it fast, Quill. I still got that array to repair.
Can we talk for a second?
Yeah, sure. Let's talk. What you said before Seknarf about me giving a lot to the team and you making it up to me. You mean it?
Every word.
Then how come when I tell you how to get out of this easy, you ditch my advice and you roll over for Nova Corps?
Rocket, please. Just because I don't always take your advice doesn't mean I don't listen to you. We're a team. Everybody's got an opinion.
So, you'd rather listen to Gamora?
Gamora? Gamora knows her stuff, man. She's the navigator. She navigates the stars and planets and, comets.
She navigates comets.
Sometimes. And Groot is our, special vegetation specialist. His opinion's valid, too.
And Drax, what makes him so great?
He's, tactics. The man is such a tactician.
And then there's me, the grumpy Flarkhole who does ship repairs.
Come on. You're a valued member of this team. We started this together. Now we need to make something profitable of it. Something lasting. We could go to nowhere like you suggested. But if we don't pay that fine, Nova Corps will come for us. How do we make money then?
Maybe paying our fine makes some sense.
Exactly. So let's just get it over with and move on. Right?
We'll see. There. Happy now? We done? Okay, let's make some flarkin' cool stuff. I could really use a flarkin' drink right now. you ask for a rubber ducky grenade, I'm gonna bite your toes off. Ta-da! On it, and finished. One fine tech upgrade, hot and fresh. One shiny upgrade, nice and crafted. This work is worth more than you're worth, Quill. Let's see what we can make with the parts you've got. Why do you tease me with crafting, Quill?
Okay, Corel, get ready to be impressed.
Whenever you're ready. Let's settle our fine and get on to the next mission. Neat.
Looks like your girlfriend held up her end of the bargain, Quill.
We know for sure it's her.
Checking. Same designation as before. It's definitely Hallis Hope.
What are they doing to my ship?
Relax, standard Nova Corps procedure. My ship's fine.
Which part?
Ask Quill. He's the one who keeps crashing.
All right, let's pay that fine.
Part of me hopes they'll at least try to arrest us once we pay that fine.
Why?
Never escaped from a station before.
I thought Peter's deal covered our warrants. Or at least I hope it does.
Yeah, you got a file too, Green Gal.
Assassination isn't a legal line of business, last I checked. Of course. They'd have to prove I... Did it? So, after we get out of here,
You mean if we get out of here?
I know someone who could set us up with a relatively lucrative contract.
I will not assassinate anyone.
Yeah, I ain't sneaking around no rich flarker's mansion to poison his dinner or something.
I was going to explain how we could land a cattle herding contract with our llama experience.
Absolutely not!
If we are looking for a future endeavor, I still wish to battle the great Fin Fang Foom.
Still?
And sell him to who? Lady Hellbender wants to skin us. Of course I'd make a great coat. But I'd rather keep my fur on my back. I know there's some reason we're doing this, but I still want to go on record that I don't want to be here, and that being here is a mistake.
Want to bet on who can flip off the most officers before they catch us?
Not in the mood.
Okay. I thought you'd like that. Ready to pay our fine?
Even Groot can see you're here for some blueberry pie.
I'm Groot.
It ain't a station shaped like a rock, it's a rock shaped like a station.
This reminds me of when I surrendered to the authorities.
What was it like?
Liberating.
So, what should we do with the leftover money after we pay off the cops?
You ever been to the Rock before?
Yeah, looks like every other Nova Corps station.
Any chance you know how to get around this place?
You don't get around. You're either brought in or you stick to the reception desk.
Something tells me we'll be out of here faster than your prison sentence.
Depends if you still plan on mating with Centurion Ko-Rel.
Rocket'll come around, just try not to eat anything else, okay? Okay, here we go.
If they so much as scratched her paint, we get Nova Corps to reduce our fine.
Good luck with that.
It's gross negligee.
Negligence.
That's what I said.
Where is everybody?
Most Nova stations are heavily automated, all synchronized by the World Mind.
It is unsettling.
Not like they had much choice after the war. Too many seats, not enough butts.
Seems more efficient this way anyway.
Sure, till the world mind sneezes and suddenly you got no life support.
That is a precarious system.
It doesn't work that way. He's exaggerating.
Am I? I heard a bunch of gold domes on Egros starved because some ones and zeros made Worldmind hardlock the facility.
There's no Nova Corps facility on Egros.
Not anymore. What kind of name is The Rock, anyway?
It is factually accurate.
Would you believe the name's got nothing to do with it being on a giant rock?
M-ship. Designation Milano. Move to holding space R734PL. Present validated ticket to kiosk prior to departure.
How the flark are we supposed to get off this rock?
Just moving it. Hangar clear.
What do you know about it?
I spent a good chunk of time flying with Nova Corps, remember?
I try to forget.
It is an improvement over her previous company.
Yeah, well, at least you ended up with us in the end. Flarkin knew I should have stayed on board.
Come on. I won't let anything happen to my ship.
My ship. And you just did.
I mean anything bad. Trust me.
That's what you said about your cop girlfriend.
You know, it does seem kind of extra empty around here.
Good. The fewer cops we gotta talk to, the better.
Your suspicion of law enforcement is itself suspicious.
Forgive me if I don't like taking orders from a giant space computer.
As good as my word, Corel.
You know she can't hear you.
What? Yes, I know.
You two have some history, hey?
Yeah, we did do. History, I mean.
Corel's good people. She saved me from a Shatari bloodletter. Of course, this was after she tried to get me thrown out an airlock.
Yeah, that sounds like Corel.
Hey, listen to Captain Lovesick. Hoping your girlfriend would be all excited to see you.
Yeah, I mean, I just figured she'd be surprised we actually showed up.
I'm surprised we actually showed up.
That Nova tracker didn't give us a whole lot of choice.
There's always a choice. I told you, my guy on Nowhere could pop that thing no problem.
And what happens when a Nova ship scans us and discovers an outstanding levy?
So we don't get caught.
'Cause that worked out so well in the quarantine zone.
How should I know? Ask the former Nova cop.
Ask me what? And I wasn't actually part of Nova Corps.
Groot wants to know how come there's no patrol ships.
The Rock isn't really that kind of station, but yeah, there should still be a few. Okay, it's not supposed to be this empty.
Is it a holiday?
Space cops don't take holidays.
Hello?
I am Groot.
We're here to pay a fine? Looking for Centurion Corel?
Door's locked.
Well, we tried. Come on, let's go.
We're not leaving. We'll go to them if we have to. Look, the door controls are on the other side if we can get you there.
So what, now I'm supposed to hack Nova Corps security?
I mean, if you don't think you can...
Cheap shot, Quill.
We are discussing breaking into a Nova Corps facility.
It ain't breaking in if no one's here.
That is precisely when one would break in. We are meant to be clearing our find, not adding to it.
We're not breaking in, we're concerned citizens.
Perhaps we simply need to wait our turn.
Highly doubt it.
Any chance they're all just on break?
Groot says the kiosk still says open. I say it ain't our problem.
Odd.
What is? I mean, besides all of this,
There's nothing, not even a welcome screen.
it is on, right?
They're always on. Constant connection to the world mind, that's the point. This one's been severed.
Huh.
Hey Drax, get me a can of Power Star, would you?
The machine is inoperable, and I am not in the habit of lending units.
I never said I'd pay you back.
Thirsty, big guy?
This machine appears to be inoperable.
Maybe they're just all out of your flavor.
Shut your mouth! We're supposed to be leaving.
What?
Groot says there's an air duct in the room with the controls. If there's one on this side, I may be able to get through. Ain't this the way? Never a space cop when you need one.
I'd settle for a desk clerk.
I'd settle for us leaving a note and getting the Flark off this rock.
Perhaps this is a test.
Yep, it's locked.
Thanks for taking my work.